Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sister Zara is today's moderator. Inshallah, she will be starting the introductions. Over to you, Sister Zara.
Okay, sister. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. I'm Sister Zahra Hani from Sri Lanka. Nice to meet you all, my dear sister. First, just I want to introduce about uh, ISIP International Students of Islamic Psychology. It's an inclusive space designed to connect people with diverse backgrounds interested in Islamic psychology. And also, Futuwwah Academy Tarbiyah formed for support parents raising their children, and help men to raise as a strongest leader, and etc. Just I want to give an introduction regarding our lecturer. May Allah bless you, my dear sister. Sister Dalia M AbdelRehman is a graduate from Cairo University, currently studying Islamic studies at Al-Azhar University and Islamic psychology at IOU.
Jazakallah khair, Sister Zahra. Give us 2 to 3 minutes. I'll be sharing the screen. Yes, Sister Dalia, you can begin with the lecture. Jazakallah khair.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله رب العالمين، الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله. اللهم انفعنا بما علمتنا وعلمنا ما ينفعنا وزدنا علما يا رب آمين. So I just want to start by apologizing for not being able to conduct the presentation last time because of time confusion. So alhamdulillah that we meet today, inshallah. As you know, inshallah, we'll talk about social puzzle or social development in children in general. So if we go to the next slide. Yeah, can you zoom it, sister? Or yeah, it's very small, right? All right. So we have here, age range or age groups and the social development based on each group. So like for 0 to 2 years old, the social milestone for this stage is usually they're recognizing familiar faces, develops attachment. So to caregivers. They also have like simple behaviors like social smiles or things of that sort. So, and then when we move forward as toddlers from 2 to 4 years old, they are developed some of the emotional expressions like anger, joy. They also playing besides others. They are able to play with others and understand basic rules like sharing. So they can share toys with others and so on. If we go to early childhood, like from 4 to 6 years old, this the stage of showing empathy, forms friendships based on interests, understanding simple social norms. So, you know, as you see here, the description of the milestones is very crucial here. So, for example, if we go to again to the infancy stage, if the caregivers are not giving enough attention to the babies, then they may develop later what we call like antisocial or being aggressive or any kind of that sort, because they cannot attach to other people. So attachment is crucial. If we go to a toddler stage here, where they can understand like expressing emotions. So if they have problem in that stage to express emotions, or being like, you know, not giving them much time to express their emotions, then they will have, or they will develop later on emotional regulations problems. They will not be able to express their emotions freely, might be confused, and so on. And then in early childhood, again, showing empathy. So if the parents, for example, are very strict, or they are, you know, like criticizing a lot, or doesn't show mercy or empathy towards their children, that stage, again, it will be a big problem later on as they develop. Now, middle childhood, which is from 6 to 12 years, they are understanding social rules, builds deeper friendships, and develops social strategies, you know, like turn taking, you know. So again, this stage is very important in that years 6 to 12, where parents should encourage actually show them how to form friendships, how to select their friends, how to understand social norms. And we're going to talk about each one of them in details later on, but I'm just highlighting that each stage is very different from the other stage in needs, you know. So infancy, you have to show attachment. Toddler, you can show them express their emotions. So because, you know, toddler tantrums and this kind of stuff, most parents, they shut their babies or toddlers that don't cry, don't you know, don't shout. So if we, you know, not train them to express their emotions, as I said, it will develop into later problems. And then the last one, which is adolescence, 12 to 18 years. This is forming complex friendships, identity, of course, this is the stage of identity, and even begins romantic relationships. So again, in Islamic context, they need to know what does it mean to have, you know, to deal with other people, or other gender. This is the age or the stage that they have to be aware of that, based on our Islamic values. So it started really very early on. Even before that, we have to give them some awareness and educate them very well. So if we go to the other slides, please, sister. Sister Zara, can you go to the next slide, please? Yeah. So now this is a very important concept. What is social intelligence? And actually, subhanAllah, in even career and work and, you know, corporates, they, you know, they depend heavily now on social intelligence, or emotional intelligence, how we understand others, how we understand our own emotions. So, social intelligence is the ability to understand and navigate complex social environments. So it's crucial for everyone to know what does it mean, how to understand our own emotions and the others, reading social cues, which is very crucial. And you have to, as parents, we have to educate our kids how to read people, how to read social cues. And I give you at the end of the presentation a sample of some of the exercises or some of the training that you can train your children to have this, to read this and have this skill. I give it as a sheet and we will see it later. Then building meaningful relationships. Again, it's not like just kids, they are selecting friends and that's all, sometimes parents, they see friends as just, anyone to spend time with. Just anyone to, instead of being alone. No, we need to educate ourselves and educate the kids as well, how to pick the good friend. What is the good friend? What is the characteristics, because sometimes what happens, and it's just like causing trauma in children, really. uh, and sometimes we go these kind of behaviors goes unnoticed, like they may be friend with someone, and that friend, they don't know what does it mean friendships, what does it mean a good friend. So they can be fall into a victim of being bullied or anything of that sort. So we need to educate them what is a good friend. A good friend, he is always in good time and bad time with me. A good friend is not belittling me. He is not being jealous. He's always being there for me. He's helping me. And it goes, educating our kids from very early on, and at the same time, we also share with them what is the rights of the friends. So it goes both ways, right? So just educate them how to share with friends, how to be a good friend yourself. So meaningful relationships, they have to learn that, because even subhanallah, even now, even adults, we are being confused who is a good friend to us, right? So again, awareness is key in every social development in every stage. uh, Responding well in different social situations. Again, this is crucial, because sometimes, and we'll see some cases later on in this presentation, inshallah, that they might have good skills in everything, all right, but they can't, or they don't know how to respond well in social situations. And this actually happens especially with isolated parents and isolated families, right? So you may see some people or some families, no visitors coming, no social life. So when the kid is going to school or going to any practicing any activities, they don't know, they don't have a clue how they can respond in big groups, how they can respond well. So this is one of the skills, and yeah, and we'll explain more about that. So sister, please, next slide. Yeah, now if I don't wanna talk all the time. I just wanna also get a feedback from you. So in your opinion, what makes a confident child? If you're free to just uh, take in, participate, or even in chat box, you can write your answers. I'll give you 1 minute. What makes a confident child in your opinion? If anyone wants to share. No one? Okay, if you go to the next slide, please, sister. Okay, someone is, if the child can stand for what he believes, then yeah, exactly. Yeah, very good. Okay, any other views? Okay, so what makes a confident child comes with our it comes with many aspects actually, but what is really very evident now that I see in many cases, because I worked in many schools, alhamdulillah, and I saw a lot of cases in children. So most of them, I get this from them, that they have mixed messages. They are being confused, parents are sending mixed messages. Like, for example, here, boys don't help with housework because it's a girl's duty, right? And then, so boys are getting used of not helping their sisters in anything. And then in another context or another situation, we can blame the child, why you're not helping your sister, so this is very confusing. So the boy or the child doesn't know what to do. You told me that boys don't do or don't help with housework, for example. Or sometimes parents say, why do you hate, well, how come you hate your sister so much? How come you annoy your sister so much? Because we already sent them before a mixed message. So that's why he doesn't know. So mixed messages is very, it's actually this. I don't want to use very big words, but it's true. It's destroying the identity, or destroying, getting, being a confused child. Also, it's not possible or polite to speak in front of older people. So this is very common, and I see it especially in Egypt. Now, I would love to hear from you, because we can see how different social problems, differ from country to country. So in my country, I see this very common, and in later life, it actually turns into trauma. Like, the kid is not being able to speak up for himself. You can see this in a work environment where a lot of adults, even they are in 30s or 40s, can you believe? And they cannot attend meeting. They have a fear of public speaking because of this. So this is the root. Of course, there are many other factors, but this is one of the roots, because I've been told that I don't have the right to speak up, right? And subhanallah, this is, even in Islam, it's not there. The Prophet ﷺ gave a lot of freedom to the children, and to speak freely, subhanallah. So another one is, if someone hits you, hit him back. And this is, I'm talking also in my culture. So this is, of course, promoting aggressiveness, right? So don't blame him later on that he comes with bigger problems, or maybe he is suspended from school, because I've learned to take my rights by being violent, for example. Or don't be surprised if he became a bullier later on. So these are all mixed messages, like boys don't cry. Again, when we talk about emotional expressions, so they are not being able to express their emotions. How come boys don't cry, and the Prophet ﷺ cried himself? So sometimes also we confuse cultural norms with we just take cultural norms and make it the rule. It's not even in our Islamic heritage. All right, so if we go to the next one, please, sister. Next slide. Yeah, so these are number one, as we said, the mixed messages that we are sending to our kids. The language we speak is very important, because the children thrive on the words that we are saying to them. So if we label our children that, you know, you don't get it, you always don't get it, you always lazy, so they will be like that. You know, I had a case, subhanallah, where she's a girl. She's a 13 years old girl, and she told me that her mother is always telling her that you know, the father is not he's not helping much, and they have a big problem with him. So she told me that my mother always compares me with my father. She said that you are like your father. So subhanallah, the girl turned to be violent. The girl turned to be you know, rebellious because of that word, because the mother is comparing her with the father, who is not being pleasant to the mother, being aggressive, being violent. So she picked from one sentence all of the bad traits because of that. So it's really, we need to be careful of what we say to our kids. Now, another, subhanAllah, another example is, and we need to stress on that, autonomy. Autonomy, of course, you know, positive parenting and things of that sort, they go to the extreme that we have to give them freedom and we have to do such and such, which is not right, of course. Everything in moderation, and our religion is in moderate, you know. But at the same time, you don't have to, you know, focus so much into details, right? Like, give them some freedom in some aspects of their lives. So what they want to wear, just leave them to pick what they want to wear. You can even do it smart, okay? Because some parents, they will tell me, okay, they will pick something that is not appropriate at all, you know. But you can be smart. Like, you can just give them choices. Pick two outfits and just let them choose. So they have at least, you know, have this sense, I can choose, I can make my own choices in life. And this is crucial, you know, that it goes with the small details. SubhanAllah, I have a case, even in grown-ups, you know, very old. So they are two sisters, all right? And one of them, she actually traveled, the bigger sister, and the other one was stayed. So she actually had this freedom to do whatever she wants at home every day. And subhanallah, within a month, her personality completely changed because of she had freedom to choose what to do in a very small details in her life every day. So it was really fascinating that sometimes the small details that goes unnoticed are the most important part of developing a character, you know. So this is about autonomy. Kids need to feel that they are in some sorts of their life, or some aspects in their life are in control, so they can have the freedom to express themselves outside homes and not to fall into victims of bullying, for example. Competence, yeah. Also, we need to let our children feel special, because sometimes we do compare our kids with others. And this is actually, if we want to lose our kids, then compare them with others, full stop, really. And so every one of us, subhanallah, is unique with his own traits. So you know, better than just comparing our kids with others, we better search for what are unique in my child. We have, you know, subhanallah, again, in schools, I found a lot of potential in kids. Subhanallah. And they were being labeled before, they were being labeled by teachers, by parents. They are lazy, they are sometimes stupid even, okay? And when one teacher comes and then tries, showing mercy, trying to get him, give him multiple tasks, and then to discover what is his potentials, what he is or she is really good at. And you will be surprised. They will prove you that they have good potentials. So just give them chance, and don't, we put our expectations high too much, and within a frame, so if my child is not within ABC, so he's a failure, or I'm a failure mother. You see, so it doesn't go that way. It's just like a journey. It's a journey by itself. So let him surprise you with his potential, and not the otherwise. Relatedness, of course. For example, they need to be connected and valued by others. It comes with family. So, for example, if I don't have I'm not patient enough to include my children in my talking with my husband or with my friends at some point, then he will feel he's not belonging. So where he will go? To the, of course, bad peers, because he belonged there. And again, and I have a case, subhanallah, she's addicted to internet 24 hours. She has a problem with the mother, of course, because of that screen time. And then I told her, what is it that you like so much in internet? And she's watching, unfortunately, a bad example of some guys who were, mentally ill before, and they went to rehab, and they have drugs and so on. And she felt so connected to them, to obsession. Like she wants to wear what they're wearing and everything, and they're boys, and she's a girl, a beautiful girl, 13-year-old. So I told her, she told me, because you know what? I'm afraid. I told her, what you're afraid of? She said, because people are judging me, and especially my mom. She's always criticizing me. So I feel like kind of safe to go online because I can't make friends, and I'm being bullied, bullying, being bullied at school so much. And the mother doesn't know anything about it. And she has severe problems at school, and she never talked to the mother, although she loves her, but she will not understand. So again, because she is not feeling that she's connected to the family, she belongs to the online. So subhanallah, so this is really why teenagers they go online, and they love internet, and become addicted to it. So one of the reasons, of course. Okay, so now there are other aspects, which is the unspoken language. Everything that we feel about ourselves, it's reflected to the kids. For example, if I feel like I'm a bad mother, for example, then the children will feel the same, will feel they are not being capable of doing anything. So this is a very small exercise, like write 3 sentences praising yourself. What do you see good in yourself? What do you do as the kindness of action to yourself? And how do you see yourself how do you see yourself in general? Also write 3 things about yourself in general, good things about yourself, and then about your child. And you can see the connection. So for example, if I look at myself as being kind and merciful, for example, or being powerful or strong, then for sure that would be reflected into my child as well. And goes for, of course, for both parents. So every child is the the outcome of our own thinking, subhanallah, me and my and the husband, of course. So if we go to the other slide, please. Yes. So again, this is why my child, or why is my child struggling? So sometimes we feel like we see that parenting is like 100% or 90% of the reasons why my child is struggling. But this is not the truth, actually. We can do our best. We are trying to educate ourselves and being aware of everything, but this is not only the only thing. We have other aspects also to consider in why children are struggling in general, why they have problems, social problems, why. So if we go to the other slide, please. Yeah, we have other factors that we need to consider. Sometimes it's genetics. Like, we say that there are easy baby. Easy baby is always smiling, he's born like that. There is nothing wrong with him, or nothing wrong with the maybe the other kid who is very tense or worried, or even babies and human in general, we have different needs. We come with different temperaments. So genetic is one of them. Parenting, of course. Society, which is crucial now. Okay, so you can do great at home, but then at school is not matching with your own values. So sometimes society, of course, plays major role here. As we said, personality, we have different personalities, so we are not all the same. And another thing that we do wrongly actually is also comparing between siblings. Like, you see your brother is very calm, or your brother is very forgiving. Why can't you be like your brother? Why can't you be like your sister? She's always studying. I'm doing no effort with her. Unlike you, I have to study for you and follow up with your homework. All of these comparisons, again, is not helpful, because every one of us is unique. So we shouldn't compare. And humanity in general, human begin to struggle at times. Sometimes we are human. So even ourselves, sometimes we have good times, sometimes we don't. It's a journey. It's not like, we all do that. We all expect too much from ourselves, being perfectionists, and we want like magic solutions. When we attend workshops, or we attend courses or anything, we expect some, magic stick to just solve all of the problems. It never goes that way. Even in Quran, subhanallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala teach us that it's a very long journey. You see the story of Musa alayhi salam mentioned in how many verses and how many in Quran. So it's a very long journey. It will never stop, and it has ups and downs. So subhanallah, because we are being human. So can we go to next slide, please, sister? Yeah, sister, can we share this? Or if we don't have time, you can share this later. This is actually a video, okay? It's the secret life of 4-year-olds, 4, 5, and 6-year-olds. So this is actually, they do something amazing here. They hide a camera, and then there is a psychologist there monitoring children's behavior. What makes some children confident, why others are not confident, what is being said behind, when we don't see them, what they are doing in general, Okay, so it's very interesting. You should really watch it. Inshallah, it will be beneficial. And they came out as a series, so it has many episodes. So if we go to other one, please. Yes. Oh, okay. Okay. Do you want to watch it now, or maybe we can, yeah, later? Okay. Yeah, now I just to get an idea of and get the benefit of parenting styles, and so I done a small study, parenting styles in Islamic countries compared to non-Islamic countries. So before I tell you the conclusion of it, I would love to know from you, what do you think of parenting styles in our Islamic countries versus non-Islamic countries? What do you think? Which is more effective or more beneficial? If you can, please share, and even in the chat box, I would appreciate it. So sister, are you trying to open the video?
So sorry, just a second, sister. It got clicked by mistake.
No, no, it's okay. It's okay. They can watch it, inshallah, later on. So anyone wants to share? Okay, so actually, there is no right or wrong in parenting. So as we do have some good aspects, we have our negatives, and the vice versa as well in non-Islamic countries. But in general, I found an interesting study, but I didn't include it here because I'm not sure if it's okay. We have here a response, right? Okay. Obviously, we being Muslims, if we will follow prophetic way, is very effective. Yes, I agree. But we are far behind. Yeah, I completely agree with you. Really, yes, that's the key actually. But we need to. That's why this is the inshallah the purpose of this presentation. We talk a lot, but we need something applicable. What we can do, how we can reach to the prophetic way, subhanallah. So inshallah, I hope by the end of this one, we can come up with being even close to the prophetic way, inshallah. Yeah, sure. Please go ahead. Yeah, you can unmute yourself, please.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum
Sorry,
assalam wa rahmatullahi wa
I couldn't
barakatuh.
resist. I couldn't resist. I thought I'll just speak some points. Yeah, if we
Yes,
see being a Muslim, prophetic way is very effective. But I can see
yes,
we lag behind. We take things very for granted. Since our
yes,
child is not born yet, we want to outsource everything.
yes,
So if
exactly.
we will take like being a mother, if I will just do the parenting, start from our child is born. We will follow the
Yeah,
prophet way, inshallah, we will be successful. But we need
inshallah.
a lot of patience and efforts for that. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for all of us.
I'm sorry, just went. Yes, sister, I can hear you now.
Sorry for my background noise. My kids are around. So the thing we want to outsource like everything since like tarbiyah of our children, education. Like either we think schools will do that thing or the madrasas. This is the biggest
Yes,
mistake we are doing while raising our children.
exactly. Yes, I
We
too
we
completely
we
agree.
forget our mandatory role, our primary responsibility, especially
Yes.
being
So,
mothers.
so how many kids you have?
Alhamdulillah, I have 3.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. What are their ages?
7, 3.5, and 2.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Okay.
Okay, he is 3 plus. Sorry.
Okay, yes, as you said, sister, subhanallah. So thank you for your participation. I really appreciate it. Yes, as we see here, if we go, as the sister said, with prophetic way, we won't be suffering. Now, for Islamic countries, they found this study, as I was saying, that subhanallah, children under the age of 10, they found they have very low self-esteem in Arabic countries. Unlike, which is really surprising to me, because I thought that adolescents, they lack self-confidence, but is actually above the age of 15, they became more confident. So if we look at the reasons why for that study, is like because of the parents at this age, which is below 15, they are more in control of their kids. Like they depend on their parents a lot, like, you know, in everything. So they found that the parents, because the parents are a little bit controlling, that's why the self-esteem is very low at that age. As they grow and as they develop, they started thinking, they started to have other resources, knowing more. So that's why self-esteem is a little bit higher after the age of 15. So yeah, it was surprising. In Islamic countries, there is a big, you know, or a good thing, I must say, that we have values, and they found that the Islamic children are, subhanallah, more in protection from mental health issues, unlike non-Islamic countries, where children are more subjected to mental health issues, and because they also search a lot online, and they know a lot, so maybe they have mental health issues. So this is the key here. We have values, which is protecting our child. And the other point is, we also, alhamdulillah, providing family support for children, unlike non-Islamic countries, where they depend on their own. They have no financial support at age 16, right? They go independent. So we need to value, we start by valuing our own, or see our own strength as parenting in Islamic countries. And we need to build on that. So alhamdulillah, we have values, we have family support for our kids, which is protecting them from having mental health issues. But this is not going public or not being announced much, because they don't want to know our own strength, you know, subhanallah. So if we go to the other slide, please. Okay, now there is another study that shows that they analyzed parenting styles in Islamic countries in general. So we have like inconsistent, we are a little bit confused. So inconsistent, like sometimes we fall in between. We let our kids do whatever they want, and at the same time controlling. Second is controlling, purely controlling. And then the third group are flexible. So, and this is really a valid confusion for parents. They just don't know what to do. Am I being controlling too much? Do I have to just let them do whatever they want? So we are struggling in that areas, and inshallah we'll explain that. So if we go to the next slide, please, sister. Yeah, now we'll show some of the cases and then we can apply the whole presentation and come up with real solutions, inshallah. And I would love you to share with me, because we need to like discussion, you know, and benefit from all of us, inshallah, with real experiences. So now Ahmed is 7 years old. He has like frequent temper or tantrums, disruptive behavior in class, and has trouble following instructions. His teachers report that he's often withdrawn and has difficulty building relationships with peers. So if I want to just, anyone wants to share, what could be the causes for this and what we can do? Yeah, we have some participations here. Okay. I throw things wet, I get angry, my kids doing same. Okay. Okay. All right. So do you have, sister, any idea why this is happening? Okay, you're explaining because, okay, now I get it. Okay. All right. Yeah. So very good, actually. Yeah, it's a very valid point. So they are mirroring our actions. Mirroring our actions is one of the reasons. Any other ideas why this is happening?
One more thing I just want to add. Ahmed is,
Please.
they have labeled him. Once we entitle our children with something,
Yeah.
so yeah, they didn't, they don't want to listen to him, his feelings. He's not heard actually.
Wow. Yeah, exactly. Yes. Yes. And yeah, one of the reasons also, maybe he's mirroring conflict
Yeah.
at home.
Yeah, and maybe his emotional needs are not, they're not fulfilling, especially his parents. They are not fulfilling his emotional needs.
Yes, true, very true. And he doesn't practice emotion regulation, you know, even he sees that in the mother or the father. Like the answer I got here, subhanallah, when you know, when we are being you know, showing tantrums ourselves, you know, being angry or being hot-tempered. So what do we expect from our children? So they will do the same. So emotional regulation is key here. We need to, before, and by the way, before we send them to learn how to regulate their emotions, as you said, subhanallah, they have to see that in ourselves. So if for one day I just woke up and I'm very upset and sad and whatever, I have emotions, I go to my kid and I tell him, okay, you know, this is not the good day for me. I just woke up a little bit sad, angry, and label my emotions in front of him. And then I ask him politely, can you be considerate today, and be, you know, more of having compassion towards me? For example, you know, just to show him that I'm not ready for any conflicts now. I'm going through bad times, which is completely normal. All right. You know, just discuss beforehand. And this is what I tell every parent. Even before you go to a social gathering, for example, all right? What do? You prepare your kids before the problem gets escalation. Before you go out from your door, tell him exactly or tell her exactly that I'm expecting 1, 2, 3 from you in a very, you know, nice way. And they know our expectations from them. So yeah, in that way, it's just be smart and always be one step ahead. Like even when our kids are going to adolescence, most of us we just wait and see until they you know, suddenly he became another person overnight. And I hear this very common from many parents, many mothers, you know, always coming to me and say, you know, he was very polite, he was very obedient, and one night He just told me, I hate you, I can't stand you, and so on. He's just being like another kid. I told her, yes, because this is adolescence. And, you know, I have like 100 complain with the same, just like scripts. And with the same word, I hate you, mom, I hate you. All of them saying the same. So if we are not preparing ahead and, you know, we educate our kids about adolescence, what do you have to expect? Physical changes, emotional changes, everything. We need to sit with them before, right? Then they will know, okay? And of course, we need to merge that with Islamic values and whatever. So what I'm saying is, please start very early, because this is your only chance your child will listen to you at 7, at 6, and even, subhanAllah, today adolescents, they say it's about 9. So, you know, the whole age is completely changing, right? So let's go to another case. So as we said, this is, you know, mirroring something, conflict at home or anything. Now we have Faisal, 9 years old. Faisal has difficulty reading and writing despite being in 3rd grade. He struggles to concentrate in class and often becomes frustrated with tasks. His parents are concerned about his academic performance and believe he may have a learning disability. So what do you think? Yeah, I just think with me, what do you think and how we can solve that?
Maybe he's because usually we see some kids, they have their milestones are usually late from other kids. So we start comparing and maybe peer pressure also.
Yeah, good one. Yes,
So
exactly.
some
And
kids, they're learning at their own pace.
yes, okay. What else? Anyone?
Yes,
Anyone wants to
Assalamu.
share? Wa alaikum
Yes, like
salam wa rahmatullah.
same thing is with my daughter. Before she used to study very good, and her performance also very nice. Before now she's 5 years old, my daughter, but now she's like when I ask her to write and all, she don't
Yeah,
want to write. She just wants to play with something. She keep one purse. She put her things in that one, and when we tell to
yeah,
write, then she go to that purse. She start playing, and
okay.
sometimes like disturb mind, not not engaging. Like I think that's because normal. Some age they
Mhm.
don't. Some like till 3 to 4 years she was good. Now 5th year she is like this.
Okay, all right. So what do you think?
I think maybe I have 2 more children. Like they are 20 months old, toddlers. So
Allah.
she is like expecting more love from me. With her father,
Mm-hmm.
she listen. With her father, within 20 minutes and all, she do her work, homework and all. And in school also same complaint we get that like for 3 hour work she do,
Mm-hmm.
everyone do in one
Uh-huh.
hour and she takes 3 hour for that same work, and in home
Okay.
in front of her father
Mhm.
she do the same work in
Yeah.
20 minutes, but with me
Okay.
she don't do. I don't know what's the
Okay.
problem with her. I think this is like because with age they like their concentration and all it shift from like from study they want some like activities, like with age this change is happening or what with this with the same case I'm thinking like same thing with my daughter.
Okay. 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 Yeah, so you related with this case. All right. All right. Thank you for sharing, sister. Actually, we have to speak scientifically. We don't have one major factor, and we can say this is the main problem or this is the main cause. You know, we have different and multiple causes. But usually, in your case, sister, I think, as you said, maybe attention, because you said that the same task she's doing with her father in 20 minutes and with you like 3 hours. So I think because of the new siblings or something like that, so she wants to take more attention from you, which is very common in this age. Also being demotivated. Sometimes it's not you at all, not the parents at all. Sometimes it's a problem with teachers at school, maybe. They are being criticizing them a lot or something like that. I have a case, subhanallah, and he was doing his homework, okay? And he goes every day to school and never show his homework to the teacher. And then the mother was going crazy. How come the teachers are complaining? Because I've done the homework with him at home. But then later on, we investigated and we found out that because of the teacher feedback, which was very negative, the child actually didn't show his homework. So sometimes it's not with you, sometimes with school. Maybe one of the teacher is making her demotivated. Many other factors, right? So yeah, in that case, actually, in Faisal's case, he has what we call dyslexia, complete, this is classic case, as they say, dyslexia. And dyslexia is one of the problems goes unnoticed, and parents and the kids got frustrated. So subhanallah, we need to early on, if our children at schools are facing any academic problems, okay, we need to investigate more about it, because I had also a case with dyslexia, and the mother, unfortunately, she was blaming the child of being lazy, and she didn't know that he was just struggling with dyslexia. And there was a movie which is very emotional, very strong, about discussing the problems with dyslexia and the struggle of the children, and the community and school teachers blaming them of being lazy, where they are just having dyslexia, subhanallah. So yeah, we have different causes, right? So can we go to next slide, please? Okay, Layla has been the victim of bullying at school for over a year. She's often teased about her appearance and cultural background. Layla has withdrawn from social activities, showing signs of depression and low self-esteem. Any sharing? Any idea why? Okay. Actually, for this case, and I also found it very was very clear to me. There was at school, there was one child. He was very confident, although he doesn't have social friends much, but he was very confident. And then one day I just sat with him, and he told me how proud he is, and how much love he feels for his parents, because they always supporting him and makes him feel special and valued. So subhanallah, the way even this kid is looking to other children, and how confident he is within himself, and safe within himself, he never get bullied. All right. So who are victims of bullying? Mostly by studies, they just found out that children who came from criticizing environment, like the parents are criticizing much, are perfectionists, okay, not giving them much time or expressions, just let them to express themselves, and from even financially, having problems financially at home, or any kind of this sort. Okay, so kids are not feeling valued or special, or affecting their perception about themselves, They feel very weak. That's why other kids pick up on that and they bully them. Or they come from different cultures. Like you are in a country and all of them may be American, and then one Arab, maybe girl or boy, then they became victim because they are being different. They, they're looking or anything, appearance, anything like that. So yeah, we have different causes, but comes from a warm, loving environment that what can save our kids, inshallah. Okay, if we go to next slide, please. Yusuf. Yusuf has been socially isolated at school and doesn't engage in social activities. He often prefers spending time alone and avoid group settings, which impact his social skills and emotional well-being. Yeah, this is again when it comes to group. When you see your kid or child doesn't want to participate in any groups, investigate more why. Maybe because of relatives. Sometimes relatives cause trauma, like cousins, like, they maybe criticize them, or they don't feel at ease in social gathering. They don't know what to do. Maybe they have like role confusion. Maybe it's linked with the parents always criticizing their kids in social gatherings, or you shout at them. So they have something in social gathering. They have a problem in social gathering. So investigating that, why? Maybe we are not giving them much attention. Anything could be that problem, or how he simply or she lacks social skills, which is crucial now, and they need to learn what is the and if we go to the next slide, sister, please. Yeah, this is the skills that children must know. How to listen, actively listen. Even us, right? If you have a friend who is doing the talking all the time, then you lose interest. So we need to show them how to listen to others, how to communicate, understanding social cues, as I said before. Sometimes children, they don't read if the person is annoyed, all right? And he keeps on talking, like nonstop. So they need to be smart. Who is not ready to talk now? Who is ready to talk now? Like social skills, problem solving, right? Sometimes some parents, not all of us, we want to solve our kids' problems right away. They will not build skills, right? If we just solve the problems of our kids just right away, they will not learn at that. So when the kids, for example, comes from school and he tries to open up with you and mentioned a problem at school, please don't go and offer your help by saying solutions. No, just teach him how to think. Just ask him or ask her, so what do you think about that? So did you think about what we can do in that situation? What did you do? And better is saying, what is the Prophet ﷺ did in that case? And I said it before, you can even search it. Go and search how the Prophet ﷺ solved the problem. Can you go and search for me? I even don't know, just to give him confidence and give him motivation. I don't know. By saying I don't know, he will right away go and search for it, because he will come back and teach you and tell you, right? So yeah, and then give him a small reward or something, you see? So instead of just offering a lot of solutions, just let him do that. Take care of themselves and others. And this is also very important. They have to take care of themselves as well, and as others. you know? So recognizing and expressing their emotions. Yeah, sometimes they come with a very big problem from their point of view, like this is the end of the world. And please, when anyone, any child at any age come and speak with you, don't tell him this is very silly, you know, it's not a problem, you know, because this is, he will never come to you again. If he's not feeling safe and being undermined, his problem like being unheard, he will never come to you again. So instead of that, you can say, okay, I understand your feelings. I know this is hard. So can you tell me what's going on? And start, you know, building conversation with him and take him gradually, step by step, until the problem is solved. And give him, try to give him different perspectives. Like, for example, one girl, she came and she told the mother that I think my friends is not, they don't love me. The mother said, okay, how did you say that? What makes you think that they don't love you? You know, mom, because they didn't invite me to the party, for example, or to the gathering, any gathering. So the mother said, okay, did you ask her why she's not inviting you? The girl's saying, no, I can't. Again, why you can't? Because I don't have to ask her. She has to ask me. And then the mother said, okay, how about if you try and just ask her, what do you think will happen? And then the girl went and asked the friend, and it turned out to be that she forgot, you know, easy, right? So this is the concept of husn al-dhann, right? So like, yeah, just give them some tools, some skills to discover and other perspectives. Okay, and this is a resource here I put down for social skills activities that you can do with your kids. It's a very good one, and it's designed by mental health counselors. Okay, if you go to other slide, please. Yeah, this is, we'll end with that. Social cues. This is the worksheet with, you know, how you can read someone. And this is very important. So you can go ahead, inshallah. I will put all of the resources in the presentation. And inshallah, you can go ahead and benefit from them, inshallah. If you have any questions, please ask me. Or if you have any cases, we can open now for discussion.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa
Yes,
rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
yes, yes. My daughter, when I tell her to do work like toys, put your toys back, and when I tell her, she don't listen me. She's like my small brother and sister. Why they are not doing? Why I have to do? Why you force me to do this? And why
Okay.
you always tell me to do? So many questions. She's like always asking me.
Okay. Okay.
And
What
how to
about,
tell her to share the
yeah.
things also. She don't want to share. My sister-in-law's daughter, she is of same age, and they both always fight. Like she don't want to share with her. I don't know how to solve.
Okay. All right. How old is she?
She's 5 years old. Recently,
5
she turns
years.
5.
Okay. All right. Okay. So how about, did you try when she doesn't listen to you, right? Did you try to make it in a little bit attractive way, or rewards or anything?
Yes, I tell her that I will give you this and that, but she then also she don't listen. She is like I don't know what happened to her. She's like
Uh-huh.
she start crying. Now only I want that thing, and she goes to my mother-in-law
Yeah.
and all like I want this. She starts so much crying and make home like so much fuss. Then I have to give her like that. Like then I stop telling her that I will give this. Otherwise, she will climb. She take chair and she climb and she take that thing
Ah,
herself like that.
Okay, so now I know why. Okay, sister, I know. First of all, you have a very big challenge, which is your mother-in-law. So if you say yes, sorry, if you say no, and the mother-in-law says yes, so she knows your weakness. She will always go to the mother-in-law to just solve her problems, right? The other thing is no inconsistency. Like, when we give up and we don't have patience enough, we are not patient enough, then she knows that you will change your mind eventually. So if I said no for something, and then after she's making the fuss and everything, I said yes. So that I teach her that this is your key to pressure me. Like, okay, I'm gonna give up eventually, right? So we need to be consistent. No means no. And I know this is very challenging, but anyone who is involved in, you should be the only decision maker for your children, right? So you can do it politely. You can say, just I need to handle this with my daughter or whatever, politely, but you have to be consistent, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you strength for that.
Ji, inshallah, Ameen. But the thing is, she's like, I tell her no also. Then she's
Uh-huh.
like so much, she cries and all for everything. Like she cries and all that the house environment, like they're old, so they are like, how we should sleep. Why you make her cry? Like this
Mhm.
happening. Oh, so much.
Yeah, because as I told,
Like
yeah, it's very common in 5 years old to do that. It's just not no surprise, right? But
okay.
just as I said, each child is different. So maybe with her, uh, if you're giving too much excuses or too much explanation, this is also not good. You see, because she will develop. You have to convince me each time. You see, so we need to strike a balance between things that I can explain to her and things that I cannot explain to her. Like maybe a sleeping time or bedtime, there is no explanation in that. I cannot explain every day that you have 9 o'clock, you have to go to bed. I cannot explain it. So you tell her, and just, there are other actually tools, like maybe make a schedule, okay, and hang it on the fridge, for example, like home rules. Very simple.
Okay.
Bedtime at 9, you write it down, okay? And and give her a paper to make her own rules as well, you know? So in that
Okay.
way, she can feel like participating in something. Instead of being told, she will do it. And let her color it. Let her, get some stars, some anything, and
No.
let her do it.
Whenever I brought the star and sheet and all, she is like
Yeah.
she don't have interest in that one. From she took from her purse, wherever I keep, she start crying like that only. Oh, one day only that starts finish. I don't know
Okay,
actually.
what do you do, sister, when she's crying? Do you give up? Do you give in easily?
No, I'm not giving easily. Then like she is disturbing all everyone. House, my like she goes to her dad, granddad, grandma. She cries there also. Like then they tell me that why you are making her, like why you are making. She's like from some days since like 6 months. She's so thin. She's like not eating at school also. She brings her lunch back. That teacher, she is so much attached. That ma'am tell, when I didn't come to school, she takes her lunch back empty, like lunch box empty, same like without eating she takes her lunch box back. I don't know, some attachment or like don't know what happened to her suddenly this thing.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Yes, like she is having some attachment or some, like her focus it shifted away. She's like she's become so thin. Her like her cries and all. Suddenly this all started. This is common or like 5 years she turned. She turned 5 years old.
Okay,
Recently.
I need, okay, sister, let me get back to you because I need to know the family dynamics because this is very important, like how the grandfather or the grandmother is responding to that. So if the grandmother or father is supporting her, for example, or blaming you, then she will feel the right to do that, you know? So family dynamics
Yes.
is very important. So
Yes.
how do they respond to that? Are they blaming you for making her cry?
Yes, yes, they blame me so much. Like you are
Yeah.
making them like this and all. I am the
Okay.
like every time I am the blaming person. Her father also blame me that you are not
You see,
disciplining
so
her
that's the
because
reason.
of you. She is
Yeah.
not disciplined. So like I am
Yeah.
the
So
blaming person. So yes.
yeah, I'm sorry.
Sir,
This is the reason why actually. This is why she feels like she's have more power than you because everyone is blaming you. She sees that, she listens to that. So this has to stop. If you want her to change, has to stop. The father and the other family members, they have to respect that. I know this is not easy, but you know, try in a way maybe with your husband to just tell him that this is not right, not for me, but for your child. In that way, she will, you know, be very
No,
spoiled and so on.
sorry, sister. No, actually, my husband and my mother-in-law, they tell why why she listen to us, why she don't listen to you. Like with her father, she's like doing her work and all. She's sitting, she's fearing, and with me, same thing.
Yeah,
She's like,
because because you are because you know it's we cannot compare. You are always telling the right thing, right? But they are spoiling her, so she has to listen to them. They are the spoiler, right? So it's not about you. It's about their what they say about you. Uh, this is the problem in front of the daughter. You know.
yes.
can I,
Jazakallah khairan.
sir, here?
Yes.
Sister Anna, Inaya, you can go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much. Sister, literally, I had faced this problem, and me being a South Indian, it's very stubborn, to change this kind of thinking from the mother-in-laws. So,
Yeah.
and things are going over my head. I have to take a step because kids are kids. They are innocent. They just wanted to, do things done with hook or crook,
Yes.
like. Then I
Exactly.
did so much of research, and some many good-hearted people helped me out to do this. I didn't have that courage to talk to my mother-in-law, father-in-law, and my husband as well. But
Mhm.
at the end of the day, I was facing so much of problem, and because of that, there was no peace in the house because our kids they are doing what they want to do. But what is the use? Like we do parenting. Being, I
Yeah.
was in overconfident that I'm a nurse by profession. I was thinking I can handle kids very well, but then the real scenario started when I got a kids. Uh,
Mhm.
so so what I did, had a courage to talk to my husband.
Yes.
Initially he was
Yes.
not because me talking to my mother-in-law and father-in-law didn't work. They didn't respect my words. It is like, no, they kids are like that only. You don't know to handle law. Like they say that we never
Yeah. Blaming you.
scold the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, we never scold the kids, and we never did so and so, and you people are saying that you should not do this, that, and new things you are saying. So, and
Yeah.
we, are more than 75 years, both of them. And it is really difficult for
Oh
me
my
to
God.
change.
Of course. Of course. You know, okay, I got your point, sister. So we have things that we can control and things we cannot control. All right. What we cannot control of the how other people think of us or how other people think in general. So what you can do now, you have two choices. Either, and this is really recommended for everyone, please don't you have to put some boundaries. I know in some cultures it's very difficult to just get your own place, right? Just live on your own, your husband and your kids, and just in another place. I know this is very difficult. All right, since this is very difficult, I can handle some of the things that I can control. For example, of course, you need to sit with your husband many times. This is the only way you have. Or try to minimize the, how I call it, interaction of your kids with their grandparents. I'm not saying that you deprive them, of course, but try to minimize it. Okay? Try to be
Yeah,
always there.
truly I did this. I truly did
I'm
this.
sorry?
I did
Yeah.
this only. I actually
Yes.
don't want to disrespect my mother-in-law. At the same time, I
Yeah.
don't allow them to sleep with them. I take them to the garden. I talk to them so much. I build my confidence. I keep on saying, I love you so
Exactly.
much. I love you so much.
Exactly. Very good. Yes, you're smart. And
Sorry to
exactly.
interrupt, sister. Just one more thing I just want to add. Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes it feels like kids are stubborn. I would suggest number one, set your boundaries. Write down your golden rules, like just keep stick somewhere on the wall and make it clear for your family. We have some golden rules, and that should be the boundaries. Like whatever, say no, you don't want your children to do, just keep that firm. Like you will not allow them to do that. Number two, just try to connect with your children. Your connection is not strong like some like I understand, but maybe you have some unrealistic expectation from your child. Like she or he is 5 year old, so you want her to tidy up after this. Don't expect she will do the things for you. Tell her, let's do teamwork. I will also help. We will do teamwork. Like, don't expect she will do all the things by herself. Sometimes when we are tired, when we are triggered, or when we are emotionally low, we feel our childrens will do, and we keep unrealistic expectation. She is still young. She is still small. Please, 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 do this thing. Try to do teamwork and try to build your connection with her.
Jazakallah khair, sisters, for the conversation, your opinions, etc. And Jazakallah khair, Sister Dalia, for giving us such a beautiful lecture. Due to time constraints, we have to end the lecture soon. So, inshallah, I will recommend everyone, those who are here, that you join Rabatul Bayt support group. There we can have more discussions on such topics, inshallah. I'll be sharing the Rabatul
Yeah.
Bayt link in the WhatsApp group after the session. And inshallah, I'll be also sharing the recording and the PDF resources for you on your emails so that you can go through again about it, and you can open the links and watch the videos, etc. Inshallah.
I would like to end up with thanking you all for listening to me and your patience, alhamdulillah, and for your valuable input and opinions that was shared. And for our next lecture or our next, I would love to really raise the issue here of workshops and awareness. So if you need like specific skills that we can work on a real life, because this is application in real life, we can do that, inshallah. Like how we can how we can deal with our children, what we can do, and so on, inshallah. So, jazakumullah khairan kathiran, and sorry to keep you long. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Jazakallah khair.
Assalamu alaikum.